Fire Studio, that's where I work, created this absolutely beautiful set of three windows. And they're soldiers, and they look like ghosts walking. And the background is a waving flag, very beautiful, patriotic. And I was honored by the fact that he let me. The only thing I didn't do on the job was designing. Joe designed it. I did everything else. I did all the glass cutting and all the acid etching and all the painting on it. Doing a different kind of painting technique for glass, I actually used an airbrush and actually created these ghost-like figures. And that, for me, was an absolutely huge honor and a big, big highlight of my career at this particular studio. And I worked there Monday through Friday. Uh, I love what I do, and it was like a second rebirth as far as a career. Some of my favorite highlights, honestly, it's funny that you asked that, is not all of them are my cosplay work, but other people's cosplay work. I'm part of a group, as you can see here, is Pros and Cons Industries, and I became very, very good friends with a lot of the people in the group. That's why we kind of came together. Fabian Polgar was actually one of the first people I met, and he and his brother, Te Carlo Polgar. I love the stuff that they've done. But the very first time I met Fabian, he does this absolutely incredible stilted carnage cosplay. And seeing that was like, wow, the possibilities of what you can do. So that was like a big highlight. Um, the very first con I ever went to, I had the pleasure of meeting Sharon Stevie Rogers. Okay. She is an amazing foam smith. She does all these amazing armors for herself. She's done Wonder Woman. She's done Maleficent. She's done just amazing work and such a sweetheart. And it was a real highlight to get the chance to meet her and talk with her. And it was the first event I'd ever gone to, and for her to compliment me, she's very well known. For her to compliment me on this beast behind me was a thrill. It was a huge, huge highlight to me to want to go further with my work, to want to strive for more. Um, as far as within the first couple of years, obviously having the opportunity to be in the New York Comic Con Eastern Championships of Cosplay, which is now known as the Crown Championships at NYCC, and taking third place, best in show, that was like a huge thing. I'd only been cosplaying at that point for about a year and a half, and to actually have been on the stage to begin with, to have the honor of being one of 33 competitors from around the country and internationally, was a huge highlight. But to actually win was mind blowing. I never expected it. Unfortunately, things kind of petered off for a little while because, as we all know, the world shut down because of COVID. But in that time period, I took an opportunity after looking at this one and saying, I can do better. I can do something bigger. And that's the next highlight that I'm looking forward to as far as within my career in doing cosplay. And that's the beast back there. That's the volume 2. It has a lot more to go. I've actually displayed it, worn it twice at New York Comic Con, once in 2021 and again in 2023, I believe it was. The years sometimes blur a little bit. Anyway, that's just a few of the highlights. There's too many others to name. One of my favorite ones, though, is as Rose, my wife, always said, she has been my handler in the past. She always jokes about the fact that walking beside me and helping me out, it's like walking with the president. And what she meant by that was every 5 feet having to stop and take photographs. And I love it. People are thrilled to death to get photographs or take photographs. And to me, that just makes me feel really, really good that I've done something special. So that in itself is its own highlight. And the final highlight is some years ago at New York Comic Con, a very short 30-second video was taken of me. And a friend of mine told me that it was going to be probably going on Instagram. And I didn't have Instagram at the time. And out of the blue, he says to me, he goes, dude, you have to see this video that was taken of you. In the end, it had over 400,000 likes within 3 days, which blew my mind. It was done by Comic Converge, as far as the video maker, and it just, I couldn't believe that so many people actually had seen it and reacted to it and liked it. So that's a big highlight too. Cosplay is not permission, okay? Proper etiquette, okay, is to ask if you could A, take a photograph, B, do some videotaping, and C, the big one is for the ladies, okay, be nice to them. Don't be rude, don't be crude, be polite. Definitely ask, is it okay if I photograph, videotape? Okay? Don't pick on other people's work. They're trying just as hard as you have. You may have spent $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 on your costume, and maybe they only spent $50. But you know what? We're all in this together. Be nice. Be polite. Be cosplay? I have not heard this one yet. This is news to me. Um, Interesting. I don't know how to respond to that because I didn't even know I was known as Daddy Cosplay. But I will have to say that I think that's great. That's kind of a fun thing to think about. So I'm going to say it sounds good to me.
Favorite movie franchise.
Favorite movie franchise. What do you think? Batman.
All right. If you can design your casket to be whatever you want it to be, what would it be?
Well, first of all, I won't be in a casket. I plan on being put in a boat and sent off to Valhalla, being lit on fire, just like the Vikings.
All right. Who's a better villain, Joker or Bane?
Joker.
Joker or Doctor Doom?
Joker.
Joker or Thanos?
Joker.
All right. So you're a Joker fan.
Joker fan. And all the different versions too.
If you could have been in any of the Batman franchise movies and Adam West TV show, or Gotham TV show, which one would you want to be in? And if you could play any character that is Batman or maybe not be Batman.
Hmm, that's a good question. I'm a big Michael Keaton fan. It was, the first real Batman. I mean, I love Adam West as a kid, but I would say probably the Keaton universe, the first two movie, Batman and Batman Returns, and not necessarily be Batman, but in this case, maybe be one of the villains, possibly, just to be a part of it. Because I just love what Tim Burton did with the entire feel of what Gotham is like: dark, grimy, rainy. Which is why I actually kind of like the Pattison version because of the way that the city is filmed.
And what would that would it be, original villain or a villain that we already know about?
Um, Probably a villain that I would have to come up with out of my own head. Not exactly sure what his supervillain power would be, but it would have to be something pretty spectacular.
So what is pros and cons industries?
Okay, pros and cons industries, which I am a member of the team, as you can see here, is a group of like minded individuals, men and women, who are cosplayers, cosmakers, handlers, media event planners, photographers, videographers, who are trying to bring new creativity as well as expand the cosplay community. We are bringing new ideas as far as the theatricality of the cosplay community. We are trying to be supporters of other folks, as well as not just our own selves, but also cosplay as a community whole. Uh, my role in it is I am a cosplayer and a cosmaker. I also do handling, and I also am the elder statesman of the group, meaning I'm the old man. So I do the common sense advising and giving of ideas because I'm not real tech savvy. I do everything by hand. But I try, as the old fellow of the group, to give everybody some fresh ideas from the older side of perspective. Now, as far as pros and cons industries is concerned, be sure to like, follow, subscribe, comment, and turn on your notifications as far as finding out more about pros and cons industries as well as all the different individuals who are a part of the same team.
Now tell me a joke.
What kind of joke do you want to hear?
In the Batman voice.
In the Batman voice. Okay, let's see. Can it be clean or dirty?
Let's keep it clean.
Let's keep it clean. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can remember one. Okay. Why did the cookie go to the doctor?
Why?
Because he was feeling crummy.
That works on your grandson?
My grandson told me that.
Oh, okay.
My oldest grandson told me that. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have a step grandson who's 10. I have a step granddaughter who's 8. I have my grandson who's 6. And then I have a grandson who's 3. And then I have a grandson and a granddaughter who are twins who just turned 1. And now I'm going to have another granddaughter this coming September. So that makes 7 and counting, apparently.